That about sums it up. Are you injured? Not really. This gunship is equipped with jolt dampeners for combat maneuvers. Useful stuff. You're telling me. Is it operational? Damage report is extensive. I say the drive engines are slagged. Decent sized crater I made. Error on entry maneuvers? My drives were hacked just before I jumped. Came out of hyperspace light years from the lane. I see. Someone must have really wanted your ship. I got tangled up in something I shouldn't have. Bound to happen sometime in my line of work. Understood. Well, you're not injured, so your chances are better than most crash landings. How much oxygen in the tanks? Not much. Rations? Less. Lost a lot of them on my last little adventure. I see. So you'll have to venture forth. Brave or not, as the case may be. Yeah, right. I'll grab a pressure suit and see where we're landed. You'll see. I'll be safely inside my plastic housing. Whatever. Sensors are not operational, so I just open the lock and hope for the best. There's survivable gravity and at least some kind of atmosphere. I noticed, but that's about all I'm getting. Remember the rule of 3. You have 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. First step is to check the world's atmo for biocompatibility. Here goes nothing. Open the lock. The hull implosion klaxon when I popped that was a bit overkill, don't you think? Probably, but you jumped almost a meter. Whacked myself in the head. Where's the emergency medkit? No time for this. 3 minutes. Well, if the hour in the suit runs out, what's outside? Dirt. 1 full moon for light, so that's fortunate. Crater is deep enough to hold most of the ship. Maybe 3 times my height. My suit's atmo reading is... hang on. Breathable. Not great for my biology, but I can get by. Low oxy, though. How's the grav? And are all your entry shots up to date? The last thing you need to do is pick up some bacteria. Entries are fine. It's a high grav world, though. That's concerning. I'm getting the readings now. High grav and low oxy. Hot. Possible death world. Yeah. Armament options? Looks like we lost the storage lockers when the ship broke apart as we hit atmo. I've got a wrench and a canister of anti-rad foam. Speaking of which... Nope. Levels will only take a few rotations off my life. Some good news, at least. What are the odds of surviving a crash on a death world? Depends on the class. Unfavourable, regardless. Atmo readings indicate this world is suitable for plant life, and probably animal life as well. But any animal will most likely be strong and durable because of the gravity, so don't go picking any fights. I just want to get out of here. Run some diagnostics. Maybe the ship is repairable? Will do. Best case scenario, this world is settled and mapped, and you can find a spaceport. Worst case? Unsettled, unmapped, and you die of dehydration. Right. Or a high-grav predator rips your ship apart to get to the juicy meat carrying inside. Alright, I get it. I'll operate under the assumption that this world is settled and mapped. Sounds good. You have shelter, so the next step is food. Under our agreed-upon assumption, is there perhaps a small settlement nearby? Maybe with an innocent young farmer's daughter, who has spent long nights looking to the stars and dreaming of the void? What? It was a trope I found in my memory banks. How about you just climb to the top of the crater? Well, okay. Are we just going to skip over... Climb. I need tactical information to plot your next move. Fine. I'm up. The ship came down hard. The crater's huge. Let me just get over the lip. So, the ground is covered with a uniform plant. Rows of stalks. Probably an invasive species. Many examples of those in older worlds after various extinctions destroy diversity. It crowds out all the other plants. Could be. It's over 1 kilometre before I can see a tree line, and I had to climb up on the ship to see over the stalks. Looks like even more of the plant past that. I'd advise against eating any of it. Impossible to determine what the effects would be on your biology. I'll just look for a farmer's daughter instead. I have it on good authority that most crash landings onto alien worlds occur on farms. Oh, really? Or in a desert, but since this is not a desert, I'm not looking for a farmer's daughter. This isn't a vid on the entertainment feed. Not the kind you like, anyway. But you know, uniform plants are as far as you can see. Even if this was a farm, there'd be some signs of intelligent life. A house? A fence? I don't see anything. Wait. There's movement? Farmer with a shotgun? Drop it. High-grab predator? Maybe. There's a pack. It's a lot bigger than me. Probably 1,000 kilos. Quadruped. Horns, but smallish. Smallish on a 1,000-kilogram creature. Okay, so big horns. Packs will often hunt creatures larger than themselves. They could be extremely dangerous. I think they're grazing. Grazing? Yeah. I'd advise against. They have 2 eyes and they're not forward-facing. That's not actually a good indicator of prey versus predator. No? Myth. Huh? Yeah. Well, I'm not going to sit here until I starve. A better strategy would be to search for edible plant life. I have a catalogue of millions of species. Cool. What's this one? I am unable... That's what I thought. Alien world, remember? You've made your point. I'm going to check out these animals. Got my trusty wrench and anti-rag canister. That's all you need, if this media file I found is to be believed. Whatever. Check out the navigation system while I'm gone. See if you can extract some coordinates. Will do. Turns out there's some kind of cattle. I took my time getting close, but then just kind of herded them back toward the ship. Got 14 of them in the cargo hold after I craned the ramps open. Impressive. It was. Just have to find some way to butcher one, and I'll have food for as long as I'm stuck here. Very few cattle species are poisonous, so you're probably fine there. Just don't eat the internal organs until I have a chance to run a chemical analysis. This isn't the first time I've had to hunt. Just giving advice. I know your line of work. Water is more concerning. I didn't see anything while I was out there. Able to get any coordinates? Nothing conclusive. Give me a visual on the night sky and I'll calculate against the stars. Can do. I'll sleep until dawn, then wake me. It's dawn. 1 star in this system. Lots of UV radiation. Ugh. Everything hurts. You did crash. Felt better before I stiffened up. What's on the agenda? Water. 3 days once your rations are gone. Right, I'm up. Void take me. Everything alright? The smell. Forgot how bad cattle were. Methane. Lots of it. I'm going to crane the boarding ramps open a little more. No wonder this world is so hot. So, I've been thinking. Have you? These cattle are mammals. Yes. So, milk? Milk. Milk. Milk? I don't want to talk about it. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Spit it out. Fine, yes. With food and water, milk, the next order of business would be to mark your crash site for rescue. I suppose you're right. If this world is settled with any kind of void-faring tech level, someone would have tracked your ship coming down. Fine. Oh, ouch. Ow. My whole body is a giant contusion. Medkit is. Yeah, I already used some of the immune boosters. Probably picked up some brain-eating virus from this forsaken place. And the gravity. Death worlds. The common misconception is that death worlds kill because of the environments and the predators. Absolutely true, but statistics show that death worlds are far more often deadly because of the gravity. Not all death worlds are high grav, but the deadliest always are. Everything costs more. Calories for energy, to repair your body as it breaks down under the strain, even just to expand your lungs to breathe. I'm feeling it. It compounds everything. Yeah, I can't imagine trying to fight in this. Gotta do what I gotta do, though. I'll get out and mob the site for rescue before the star is too much higher. Keep an eye out. I'm uncomfortable with our lack of scanning options. There. I'm exhausted slogging through this crap, but it's done. I flattened a bunch of the stalks. Should be visible via aircraft or satellite. Well done. Rest a bit. Then I'm wondering if you could track where the cattle came from. Good idea. They'd know where water was. Precisely. Then Hold on, do you hear that? Yes. Is that what I think it is? I'm not sure. Rumbling? That's an internal combustion engine. Yeah, it is. I'm saved. Or a civilization barely into its industrial revolution burned you as a witch. Oh, come on. They're still using combustion engines. I have, what, 1,000 revolutions worth of knowledge on anyone here? They'll think I'm a god. You think so? How much do you know about your own world's history? Could you go back to your own industrial revolution and convince anyone you were a god? What are you on about? I have a ship. Can you explain how any of it works? Or do you just know how to use it? Well, shut up. It's getting closer. You're a god, though. Stop talking in my ear. It's idling. I think that's a compression ignition engine. Relevance? I don't know. There's something coming. Or someone. Wrench? Shh. What was that? I'm not sure. Is that speech? Yes. Can you translate? If I can make out... Oh, stars. What? It's a Terran dialect. Terran? What was that? I've heard that before. No, that's archaic. Ancient history. I'm telling you, I've heard it before. Click, clack, click, clack. Shotgun! Kinetics, all fight. What in tarnation? Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit. It's the most dangerous dialect. American Southern. Bubba, you run on back to the truck and get yourself a bed. No, not Terran. Stars, oh stars, I have history. History of friendliness and goodwill? I stole a baby. You stole a what? It was an accident. How'd you accidentally steal a Terran baby? Well, I'm fixing to get madder than a wet head. Simon ruined half the crop. It's a long story. You stole a baby and crash-landed on the protected homeworld of one of the most dangerous species in the stars. Protected? What do you mean protected? After the Contact Wars, the Terran Republic designated almost their entire homeworld a natural reserve. You're missing about a decade's worth of licensing and permits. Great. You and the ship. You're either coming out with your hands up right now, or we're about to have a come-to-Jesus meeting. What do I do? Wait, what species are you? What does that have to do with anything? What species? Desretti. Oh no. What? Circular writing. What? You flattened a circular matrix for your rescue signal. Bless his heart, he ain't want to come out, does he? I don't understand. You stole a bunch of cows, then drew crop circles in their corn. I don't know what any of that means. These people worship kinetic weapons. What? How did you not know any of this? Do you have any idea how many civilizations I had to filter through? Why, oh why did I have to crash here? The hyperlane gravitational warpology of this world ensures that any extraterrestrial crash occurs either in the American South or a region known as Nevada Cali. Warpolo? That's not a real thing. That's what all available media indicates. Nevada Cali is populated by Cali children and peaceful hippies, but you're in far more danger here. This is ridiculous. He's running like a rabbit. Billy Bob, fetch them dogs. Tell Sally Mae to ring Ellis and the boys. Translate, tell me what's happened. Hold on. I'm picking up satellite signals now. Initiating connection. I don't have time to wait for you to sync. Almost done. Just keep running. They have 51 areas for processing unwanted visitors. Does the word probe mean anything to you? What? I'm sorry, but due to missing licensing and permits for landing upon a protected nature reserve, I am required to shut down, following regulations of the Terran Sovereign Republic. Thank you for beta testing SurvivalBot 2000, the AI that strategizes so you can survive your alien world experience.